most important question in everyone's life is, what is the purpose of this life? What is the ultimate goal of this life? What is the exactly that why the human beings are taking birth? Why just taking birth and doing our karma and just dying? So what is exactly is going on in this world? That's the question that everyone needs to find, and everyone's mind is just finding these questions in their life, and they just stick to, unfortunately they just stick towards their culture, their religion, and their text, and this thing, that thing. But the real question is, there is no happiness in this. All this sticking towards your religion, culture, this thing, that thing. In this world, the concept of the religion has totally deteriorated, and it's of totally useless, because that won't take you anywhere. Okay, so the ultimate meaning of religion, what's the ultimate meaning of dharma, is that the truth, the satya, is the only thing you need to find in this life. As simple as that. What's the truth? These two questions that one needs to have in their mind is, the first question is the why I'm alive on this planet. That's the first question. Second thing, what is the goal of this life? What's this universal energy wants me to do something in this world? Why he has given the birth me to on this planet Earth, and this thing, that thing. All this is a materialistic world, and this physical world is moving around me. The sun is giving me sunlight, wind is giving me oxygen, and this thing, that thing. Atmosphere is supporting me. Why this thing? Everything is going on, man. Why have I taken birth on this planet? What's the exactly purpose of my life? Of course, I know that after a certain time I will die. After spending our expiry date is there. But what's the meaning of life? I'm alive here. So what's the meaning of life? These are the questions, are the most important questions in life, and one needs to have those type of questions in their brain every time. So now the concept of religion comes, the concept of dharma comes, the concept of truth comes. Of course, when we were taken birth, we were in the illusionary world. That you need to understand first. We were living in the illusionary world, so our destiny, our conscious level is at the 0 point, just like I have explained in the previous videos. The consciousness map, at that map, the worst and the most bottom point is the fear, with the 20 points or something. So every human being that has taken birth on this planet, they are just at the bottom of their consciousness level. A newborn baby is the bottom of their conscious level. So this consciousness level, no one is focusing in this world. Everyone is focusing on this outer success, your materialistic world happiness. They just want to have their development rush by buying cars, bungalows, and achieving more and more name and fame. In the development level will just release in their mind they'll be successful. No, even after you have achieved everything, you are hollow from within. There's one thing you have missed. You just go and ask those people outside in the world that have achieved everything, name, fame, money, everything. Material success is like anything, man. They have everything. With just a flick of a tongue, they will just make the things happen in this world. They have power, they have political powers, they have materialistic success, they have name, fame, everything. But they are hollow from within. Their fear has increased. Their fear has eating them from within. Their insecurity has gone to some other point of life, and they're just afraid. They are just hollow from within. They are just crying from within. They're literally this word crying. This your spirit. Everyone's this spirit is crying until and unless we try to increase our consciousness level. If you're not taking the effort of finding yourself, who you are, and you're not taking the effort in improving your consciousness level, then it's of no use having so much of success. It's no use. You just go and interview to those people in the society who have achieved everything. At one time they had nothing, but they have achieved everything after reaching 60, 70, 80 years of age. They'll be sitting on the golden chair in the hospital, taking the last minute breath in their life, but still there will be one wish. They will be haunting in their life for they have achieved everything, but I have something missing in their life. They will tell you this, okay? Every human being will tell you at the last point that something I have missed. I am feeling hollow. There is no satisfaction after achieving and doing all those hard works and running behind and competition, everything. They have achieved everything. Still, they are hollow from within. Why? Because they have never tried to focus on their consciousness level. They have never find their inner soul's hunger. They have never find the fire within them that is asking them to find and go towards the truth, or raise their consciousness bar, and they raise their awareness level, so that they will go towards the truth. They will find something, that energy, that ultimate energy that is moving the entire universe, which we call as a Brahmanda Nayak. the entire universe, one force and energy is moving, that you will never ever experience that energy, that ultimate goal of life, that power you will never experience, even though there's no meaning in achieving everything. Of course, in the materialistic world there is a basic necessities are very important just to live in their life. But the thing is that if you are not growing spiritually, if you are not growing um, your consciousness level, then it's worthless. Your life is worthless. There'll be, your spirit will be always be crying within. Even in spite of achieving everything in this world, your spirit will be crying and just yelling for you as far as you're alive. And basically, I'm telling those people who are 20 years, 30 years to just focus on your consciousness. Your inner development is that important as well, along with outer development, of course. So even though if you have neglect the outer development, your name, fame, this thing, that thing, you need to focus at any cost your inner consciousness, raise your consciousness bar. That will make you a true human being, that will take you to the ultimate truth of the life, the ultimate spiritual energy, the ultimate divinity, the ultimate satisfaction, the ultimate courage, the ultimate goal of life. And that's the thing. So one needs to have this sense of hunger inside them to find the what's the purpose of this life, and come out of this illusionary world and to move towards the reality. That's the ultimate goal of life. So what are the things the Lord Gautama Buddha, for example, you see, he has left all the materialistic achievement, and by birth he was a prince. Literally, he had everything. He had entire, like he was like a next king. He has whatever you can think of whatever the money you can think of, with one with thousands of zeros, that kind of money and prosperity. He had everything, he has nothing left. So he asked this one question. He asked this one question to himself, not to outside world. If you ask these questions, they will make you crazy, because they themselves have never heard these questions. What they will guide you about this? So the thing is, you need to ask yourself, what's the purpose of life, what's the goal of life? And I want to find the truth, whatever might happen. Then that is the question that Lord Gautam Buddha has asked himself, and he went on the journey to find himself. And he reached at that power point in his life, that ultimate spiritual power has literally witnessed his spirit. And that was like a, yes, transformed from the human being to the God. He has transformed himself from the lower conscious being to the highest conscious being. And that's what is the enlightenment. That's called, is the God, we say it. Because see, everyone asking this question of how the God looks, how the God smells, how the God in this shape, and what is the structure, how the atomic energy has been, blah 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 blah. See, these questions you don't ask until unless you try to discover the God. It's not a simple thing. If you are taking the engineer degree or the law course, or you are doing your medicine, we need to sacrifice it for years and years in that university, right? To get this knowledge, to get this skill, to learn the skills of of the medicine or engineering or anything else, any field. So we are sacrificing ourselves, devoting ourselves a certain amount of years. Then only we get that tag of everything, the educational tag, your skill tag, based on your whatever you have studied. It may be engineering or doctorate or the medicine or the lawyer or nursing or the B Farm, whatever it is in the today's world. Same way, this finding the spiritual energy, finding the higher, finding the ultimate goal of life, it should be your center of your life. This question should be your ultimate goal of your life, to reach the ultimate satisfaction, to reach the ultimate courage, to reach that ultimate spiritual energy and divinity at that point. So my point is that you just have to focus and devote yourself so much in this question, that you will find one day, you will find the questions and you will find this answer, and that level is called enlightenment. And this enlightenment is, it's never easy thing. It's one of the toughest and the one of the easiest as well. If you are from the, so the one point I can give you is that to reach this ultimate source, it's easy when you are not influenced by this outside world, your parents, your brothers, sisters, your relatives, your outside world, your schooling, your mates, your friends, your whoever you know it, and internet and all this outside world. When you are getting detached from the outside world and the materialistic world and the physical world, there is possibilities of achieving the highest form of divinity. There is the possibility of moving your, then only your wheels of your life will move from the lower conscious level to the highest conscious level, right to the extreme power, that is enlightenment and the divinity. At that point, you will experience the ultimate happiness, ultimate peace, ultimate courage, ultimate everything, because you have transformed from a human being to the highest soul. That is the people, this outside world people, the low conscious people are calling it as a god, calling it as a, oh, there's supernatural energy, this thing, that thing, because our physical body is unable to achieve that, unable to see, unable to smell. Our physical body is incapable of sensing that power. Your spiritual energy, your spirit is only thing that is capable of achieving, experiencing this ultimate source, your ultimate power, your ultimate consciousness. So that is God. Your spirit is only one thing that is capable to touch the God. What is that thing that moves the entire universe? What is that thing that makes, so millions of people are living on this world and on this planet, millions and millions of stars you can see in the light, in the night. So what is that one thing? Who is that owner of all this thing, man? To that owner you will reach, because that owner's part is inside you, and that and that part is the spirit. Your physical body will just vanish after your death. Within 2-3 hours, it will just rot, start to rot and degrade in the soil once you get buried. Within 4 to 5 days, you will be disappearing from this planet Earth. And this has been happening for the millions of years. You tell me, so many people have taken birth and death. Oh, nothing has remained. At this today's date, anything you can see? No. We have been millions of the people the generation which has been the millions of years, thousands of years ago. Today they are nowhere. Where are they? You can't find them. So your life is limited. You have the limited duration. So in that duration only, you need to ask these questions and move towards the ultimate destiny of your life. And that is the spiritual destiny. That's the spiritual growth. That's the spiritual divinity. And find the truth of life. Why this? I have taken birth, and how to move towards that ultimate source? How to move to the owner of this universe? Forget about this worldly concept of culture and the propaganda based religions and this thing, that thing. Forget about all this bullshit. You need to ask this most important these questions, then you will reach one day, because that inner soul will start to connect with the owner of this universe, that is the highest form of spiritual energy in this world, and that spirit is moving this world. So one day you will start moving towards it. Your wheels of life will move from the lower conscious to highest consciousness. So your spiritual journey will be like excellent. So within 30-35 years of age, you need to start finding these questions and start improving every second of your life. Every actions you will devote towards the spiritual energy. Your mind should focus, leave all these non-vegetarian things, improve your compassion level, improve your love inside you, improve your uh, all the spiritual things, spiritual emotions that one needs to have. First you become the human being first, then ultimately you will be, after you becoming a human being, those qualities, when you develop a true human being, a true compassionate human being, the excellent human being, after becoming the excellent human beings, there is a possibility of becoming your soul have the possibility of transforming it to the God's spiritual energy, into the God's spiritual level, and it will move towards it one time. And that's the ultimate source of life, or that's the ultimate goal of life. Okay, so what my advice is you just ask these questions and move towards the higher consciousness level in your life, and you will achieve the success one day you will achieve the success. You don't have to worry about anything else. God is there with you. Because why I'm saying God is there with you, but you will say, where is God? I can't see the God. No, it's inside you. That's your spirit. After your death, after your expiry date, the spirit is, I'm talking about that thing, whatever is going to remain in this world. I'm talking about that thing, that is the spirit, and you need to work on that spirit. Okay, there's no point in working hard so much and achieving everything and just dying. You're just inside the ground, and you will just die everything. And this has been happening for the millions of years ago. So many people are taking birth and dying, just like the mosquitoes, just like that. They have taken birth, they have been they'll be roaming here and there. Death. You don't follow their life culture. Okay, you don't have to follow the animal's life culture. You are human beings. You have consciousness. You have intelligence in your mind. You have ability to question yourself. They animals, they don't have, those mosquitoes don't have the opportunity to ask who I am, where I am, where is the God, this thing. No, in their body there's no facility of being asking these questions. The only facility you have is in your human life. In your human life you have the opportunity to ask this question and move towards the ultimate goal of life, and move towards the spirituality, move towards rising your consciousness bar towards the enlightenment. And one day your soul will experience everything to become the God, to become who is the owner of this universe. And one day you will just leave your body behind, and you will just merge with the highest divine spiritual energy, that is God. The people are calling it God without only, even noticing it, without even knowing what is the concept of God. They will say God. This is the ultimate source, and it's the ultimate power, and it's not a simple thing. It's not a simple with the people who are just eating, sleeping, just enjoying, finding the bodily habit, materialistic thing around there, and collecting the coins in their pockets, in the bank account, and dying just like that. No, that's not the ultimate goal of life. So until unless you find your spiritual satisfaction, there's no point in living the life. Okay, so what my advice is that raise your consciousness bar. You become first human being. You become the, you should, your body should fill with compassion, love, satisfaction, courage, giving the justice to the people. Give the justice to yourself before people. I'm not even talking outside world, I'm talking about the inside world, your inner world, your mind, your thoughts, your soul. I'm talking about that level. Okay, so your life should fill with compassion, love, tranquility, peace, divinity, spirituality, love towards the animal, love towards the nature, love towards everything, everything. Then there is possibilities of becoming a better human being. And once you become the better human beings, there is, you have, your spirit has possibility to touch that ultimate spiritual energy and the divinity, which we call as the Ma Durga Mata, or which we call the Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva. All these great gods, these are just depiction for the lower conscious people. Okay, this is the depiction, so that energy exists. And I will bring the separate video on all these depictions of the gods and what have been shown like that. And it's not, it's not they are present in our environment, but we can't see it because of our ego, your negligence. We can't see that power, ultimate source, ultimate goals, and all these gods. They are existing in our nature. Lord Ganesha, it's just intelligence. The world's universe is moving because of Lord Ganesha, but people have just made it a character and making, celebrating every year. Yay! It's not. Every second, before you were taking birth, after you were taking birth, you are dead. Everywhere there is Lord Ganesha. Everywhere there is intelligence. Lord Ganesha itself is intelligence. Every tree goes, your nails goes, your hair goes. You're taking birth, you're dying. The things are happening in this world and just collapsing. It's all this thing working based on the intelligence. This word intelligence is the praying. This intelligence is the praying the Lord Ganesha. There's the ultimate meaning of Lord Ganesha. But see, every god in the Hinduism culture, in the Sanatan Dharma itself means the truth, the ultimate truth of the life. So I will bring a separate video on this, because these things are not just concluded in the one sentence of this thing. It has a deep meaning, and it needs the years training of the mind. It needs the years and years to discover such thing and see in the different dimension and experience what the God means and what the things are with these bodily futures. It's very difficult, but it is possible to some extent to find and explain you what is God and how it looks and how it stands and this thing, that thing. It's an indefinite shape, this thing, that thing. Yeah, people are just telling, yeah, it is indefinite shape and it is nirakara, this thing, that thing. It is formless, it's this thing. Oh, just shut your mouth. Just be human being first. It's the first step. Just be human being first, then ultimately you will witness that further energy, your spirit will automatically move towards the enlightenment. Once you get enlightenment, your spiritual sense will experience that the greatest owner of this world, that is Brahman Nayak. That's all.